Hello, my name is Sonia Villapol. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Neurosurgery at the Center for Neurodegeneration at Houston Methodist Research Institute. So my background is I am PhD. I am a neuroscientist. I obtained my PhD at Autonomous University of Barcelona in Spain. And then during my postdoctoral training, I have the opportunity to work in the University Pierre Marie Curie in Paris in a postdoc related with neonatal injury and ischemia. And I moved to United States in 2010. I was working in the National Institute of Health in the section of pharmacology, and then I became a faculty member at Georgetown University in the Department of Neuroscience, where I started my lab in 2014. And since 2018, I am a PI and a professor here at Houston Methodist Research Institute. So basically, my lab has a major goal that is investigate cures for brain damage, stroke or trauma, and for neurodegenerative disease under a study platform that translates from animal models that we have in the lab to patients. So my team is formed by several students and PhDs, starting for Dr. Sirena Soriano, that she's a research associate. I have two technicians, Morgan Holcomb and Hannah Flynn, that they are managing the major instrumentals in the lab, and etc. And then I have several students that they are permanent in the lab or they are transitory and temporal. So, for example, I have students as Jessica Lopez from Instituto of Monterrey, Mexico, and then Peter Park, that is another medical student from Texas A&M, Valerie DeLone, that is a medical student from University of Houston, and two undergrad students that they are from the Rice University, the bioengineer departments, etc. As well, summer students, Lindsay Patrick and Noah Taylor. Well, the undergrad from Rice, there are Serena Wang and Donovan Bartlett that they are from Rice. And then we have a scientific writer. So Gillian Hamilton, she helps us with the writing of the manuscripts and etc. And another student, undergrad student, Pranshal Shell from the University of Houston as well. So it's a team that is formed by neuroscientists, bioengineers, and several undergrad students from different universities here in the Texas Medical Center. It's a great environment that with the mission to create therapies for people with brain injuries. And we have several major concepts. The driver research concepts of our lab, there are analyzing biomimetic nanoparticles as a theranostic tool. We use precision-based microbiota therapy and diagnostic, and basically we study the neuroinflammatory and neurodegenerative processes that occurs in the brain. The animal models and the clinical research is focused on brain injuries and as well in neurodegenerative disease as Alzheimer's disease. So one of drive research concepts is to study the biomimetic nanoparticles as a theranostic tool. So for this purpose, we use nanoparticles with liposomes and leucosomes that they can target the injury of these animal models that we have for traumatic brain injury. And we publish this interesting work in Advanced Functional Materials in the beginning of the year, and we demonstrate that these nanoparticles can protect, it can reduce the inflammation and the lesion volume in animal models. So our future target will be try to design better nanoparticles to reduce the inflammation as well, the neuronal loss in lesion site. So the major conclusion of this article was the nanoparticles may be a useful theranostic tool for targeting the damaged brain and inflamed organs in response to traumatic brain injury. In Alzheimer's disease, we play with several tools, and one of them has the base in the gut microbiome, and then the modulation of the gut microbiota to recovery or reduce the neurodegeneration in the brain. We published this article in International Journal of Medical Science in the beginning of this year, and we demonstrate that the gut microbiota from Alzheimer's animals have a detrimental effect and aggravate the neuroinflammatory response and neurological outcomes after TBI and controls in young animals. So what that means is that we need to target the gut microbiome and during aging as well in neurodegenerative process to try to obtain a recovery after trauma in these patients. So we have several another studies, another project related with this driver research concept, and there are more focus on treatments. For example, we use probiotics and fecal matter transplants to recover and reduce the inflammation after TBI and the neurodegenerative process on this animal model. So it's quite a huge concepts and projects that are related one to other, and we feel that is quite interesting. And the last one, this is maybe the clinical project, that the clinical research project that we're developing, and we're still going on with that, and we published this work in brain behavior immunology. So that is focused on the diagnostic of concussions. So that means there are sports or contact sports that they are the players or the athletes, they suffer concussions continuously, and we find out that there are changes after a single concussion, changes in the gut microbiota of these players. So why that is important is because we discovered specific bacteria that are altered after a single concussion, and that can be a critical point to a better diagnostic for these athletes, and as well focus on future treatments, who we can modulate the gut microbiome to induce a better recovery. So detecting change in the gut microbiome maybe help to improve the concussion diagnostic following brain injury or head injury, basically concussions or subconcussions. This is a extremely collaborative study, and we were in collaboration with the Rice University and Department of Athletics and Computer Science. So we hope that in the future, following these directions and incorporate to these studies the woman, just to try to verify if there are the same gender difference on these gut microbiome changes. And in future, we need to incorporate as well more athletes from different sports that they receive concussions. So I believe that this is quite interesting on the field on neurotrauma. And that's it. Just to finish, just to say that our lab mission, Houston Medical Research Institute, is looking for a novel neurorestorative treatments, but for brain recovery, but through the lens of the periphery. That is not the same that investigate treatments only for the brain. We need to focus as well in what happened in the periphery, in the brain-gut microbiome, or in the brain peripheral organs and inflammation. Thank you so much.